Hello, friends. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. Welcome to my live. And if you happen to be watching later, welcome to the replay. My name is Robin, and I'm with Robin's Egg Blue Creations, and I'm also an independent designer with Couture. Once you hop on the live tonight or you hop on the replay at a later date, please feel free to say hi in the comments. Also, you can type in hashtag replay at that later date so that Facebook tells me that you hopped into the chat of my video. I also want to let you know I'm live in 2 locations this evening, so if you hear me refer to a comment that is not in your feed, that person may be viewing and commenting from a different platform. Also, at any time during the evening, if you like this project and think that others should see it, please feel free to spread the craft love all over Facebook and YouTube. That just helps my little channel get in front of other people. And as always, hit that like button, hit that heart button, follow, subscribe, do whatever your platform wants you to do to kind of push me out into the algorithm. And as always, tag your crafty friends and invite them to watch along with you. And looking at my comments, I see that Jason is watching from the other side of the door. I didn't give a lot of notice, so I don't expect a whole lot of people to hop in the live, but I do hope to see a lot of you during the replay. So with that, let's go ahead and get this project started. We will flip the camera. I am going to try to at least progress through 2 projects this evening. So the A's, let me get the graphic out. So the A and B transfers are all 50% off through, I believe, the 28th of November, as well as select surfaces. They've brought back like the beaded stars, the honeycomb frames, some other select surfaces. So all A's and B transfers and some select surfaces are 50% off. The tray bundle is still available at $18. The 18 by 24 shiplap board is still available for $30. There's a new acrylic bundle. It's in the top left corner. It is $8. So it is the 5x7 board and base that we all know and love, but this particular bundle comes with a 5.5 by 7.5 acrylic piece that fits perfectly into the base. So that is a great little $8 bundle. The get one get free with purchase is 2 free pastes. There's a shimmer crimson and disco. The disco was a color of the month a couple of months ago. You can get both of those pastes free with a $50 purchase. There's also a mystery transfer bundle. It is a $92 value. It is on doorbuster price for $15. So there are 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 different transfers, and you can see 2 of them are sneak peeks of never before released transfers. So the other 5 are mystery transfers. So those are all while supplies last. So those are the doorbusters. So I wanted to show you that because this helped me pick out my project for this evening. Not only I'm trying to get some signs done for my one of my booth at either Raised Rustic in Ellsworth or Flipping Fabulous in downtown Salina. I'm also part of an ornament swap for one of the creative groups I'm in. So I've got to get an ornament done. Plus both of these transfers are 50% off. So if you have not purchased these are both. This is an old one from 2019 that they re-released this year, and this one is the Bold Fa La La. It is from 2023, and they re-released it again this year. So let's go ahead and get started. If you're new to Couture, these are reusable silkscreen transfers. You can use them about 8 to 12 times depending on how well you take care of them. Go back to my comments real quick, but you do need to make sure that you note the back side of the transfer. That way when you're done cleaning it and you're ready to put it away, you know that the transfer goes on this side. So this one is called the Elf, and this one is called Bold Fa La La. I have used both of them before. So we will put those away for just a little bit. So this is a found, both of these are found surfaces. This is, I think they were in a package of either 4 or 8. They were really rough. You can see kind of the texture. Very rough wood planks that I found in a package at Hobby Lobby years and years ago. So I glued them and stapled them together with paint sticks that I've cut off. And so you can, super textured. Then I faux stained them with my Waverly wax. And then I have distressed painted it white. I do probably need to give it a bit of a sanding because it's pretty rough. And then these are very inexpensive wood tags, unfinished wood tags from Walmart. They also have them in kind of a pennant shape. So I've done the same thing. I faux stained them. I think this one is actually just with watered down acrylic paint. And then I distressed the front side. And they too need a little bit of sanding. So let me pull, I don't know where all my sanders have gone. And I just have to use one of these. These are not my favorites, but I will use them. So let's just go ahead and give this a quick sanding. It's one of those where I should have done it off camera, but I didn't, so you get to experience it with me. I just want to make my surface a little bit smoother. And then I think I actually had purchased a tack cloth. Oh, hello, Miss Bonita. She says hello, Robin, and she also says hello to Mr. Jason. So I've never actually used a real tack cloth before. I'm going to get some of that residue off. I think that's pretty good. It could be a little smoother, but I think we're okay. And then we'll also wax it. And then let's get these tags a little bit. How are you, Miss Bonita? Hope everyone is well. Got a towel avalanche going on. Drop my tack cloth, drop my fuzz cloth. Okay. Anybody else going to see Wicked this weekend? Jason and I are actually going to go tomorrow afternoon. We're old. We're going to end up going to the matinee. But that's okay. It's less people-y, so that's all we can worry about. Okay. Ooh. Okay, let's get our wax out. So I'm just using some, hello, Cattywampus here. Some paste, Minwax finishing wax. You can also use the Couture surface wax. I have this big old tin, so I need to use it. So this is going to create kind of a protective barrier between my painted wood surface and my adhesive backed transfer. So it's going to keep the transfer from sticking so much that it either pulls off my paint or it stretches and distorts the transfer. I don't want either of those to happen. So we're adding a bit of wax. It's also going to get into some of those little nooks and crannies, hopefully, and maybe keep my paste from, ooh, that's too much, bleeding. Couldn't think of the word. So I'm going to use the same color scheme for both of these, or colorway, however you want to, for both of these pieces. This one ended up kind of dark, but that's okay. Okay, put that stuff away. So I'm going to use raspberry sorbet, candy apple, or you could substitute cherry. Cherry's actually my preferred red, but mine is almost dry, or it's really thick, so I don't want to use it. Gravity, which was the color of the month a month or two ago, and then Couture teal. So that, and of course white. White's going to show up in the beads for these tags, and I also have black as my neutral. So these are going to be kind of a beaded tag ornament. So I have pulled out these same colors in my acrylic paint to paint my beads. I'm going to mix these two colors to kind of get my lime green. So we're trying to go with a little retro vibe here. Let's get our transfers out. I think I'm going to put that one away. We'll use this one. Ugh, that wax makes my hands feel weird. Okay, so I don't think I need to fuzz this one very much. I've already used it several times, and there's not a lot of green sticky part, so I want to keep as much of that intact as I can. And part of this is going to hang off of the, it's going to go off of the edges of the tag, but I'm not terribly worried. So I'm not fuzzing it because I need as much sticky to stick to the ornament as I can. This one doesn't feel very sticky either. If they were new transfers, you would definitely want to fuzz. So you would want to get some sort of terry cloth towel and put your transfer down and just keep peeling it up and down until you've knocked back a little bit of that adhesive, but mine isn't. This one is well loved, so I'm going to pull it over to the side so that I can do some embellishing over here. So I'm going to pull it over towards the side a little bit. So there's my edge right there. That ought to give me plenty of room. So I'm just going to smooth it down. This one's not as sticky as it used to be, so I want to be kind of gentle with it. So I think I'm going to do all my different colors. The Made Me Do It is going to be black, and then the elf hat, the elf word, and the boots will all be different colors. So I can combine two colors up here. 1, 2, 3, and then I can combine two colors down here. I just have to figure out which ones. Okay, so I think I might do pink, raspberry sorbet for the elf, and the hat stripes. And then I'll do green. Oh wait, I also have red. I think I'll do green for the band and his boot ruffles. I'll do, so let's do those for right now, just because I know that that's what I want to do. Okay, so let's get skinny, well, get all this out. So this was a color of the month a couple of months ago. I don't know. I don't promote the colors of the month very often, just because they are limited. If you get them, you get them. If you don't, you don't. Sometimes they sell out before I can even get them. So I'm just going to use the multi-tool for right now, just to get some of these edges. But in this case, I liked the green, and it was called Gravity, so for kind of a tribute to Wicked coming out. Plus, it was going to be a great Christmas color. So I'm going to be doing probably a lot of chalking and the paste and pull method, because while I'm doing other areas, I don't want this green to sit in the transfer, because if the paste dries in the silk screen and you go to pull it up, your paste is going to come up with the silk screen. So I'm going to pull this part up. So there is the green. I'm just going to gently lay it back down. And we'll come down here and we'll do the same thing to the kind of the ruffles on his boot or his elf shoes. You can kind of use this multi-tool kind of like how you would a pen or a pencil or a marker, especially for those little area or the kind of the tight cramped areas where you can't get a full-size squeegee. Okay, so his boots are done. So we'll pull that part up. So there's his boot ruffles. And I'm just going to gently burnish the places where I still need to paste. Okay, so then now I have raspberry sorbet, red, and couture teal. Jason says that's a great green color. It is. Yeah, it's kind of it's not technically lime green, but it's kind of a good Grinch green. Just trying to decide what colors I should do. Tough decisions. I think. Ooh, that's kind of. Let's see if I have a different color. Dream Car. Well, this is Dream Car. Let's get raspberry. It's very similar to raspberry sorbet, but that one. Okay, let's do raspberry sorbet for his hat, I think. I just want to try to avoid putting the red and the green together. I should have probably striped his hat, but we'll just do it this way. Yeah, bright pink. I'm usually a pretty traditional red and green for Christmas, but there's something about this retro funky color combination that I just really like. If you've been to Raised Rustic this Christmas, Olivia made a really pretty display with the pinks and the greens and the teals and the reds. It's so pretty. It's Elphaba green. You are correct. Nice play on words there. Okay, I think we're done with that color for now. And then we'll do, I think, the elf words in red. Okay. Now I'm a project turner. I try to go away from where I don't want to paste. So you'll see me turn my project a lot. I'm going to go ahead and peel that up. Get all of that paste off onto my silk screen. Try to even out my squeegee lines. There we go. We'll do the E. And when I have a black in the design with a bunch of other colors, I always try to do black last. Otherwise, everything always ends up smearing the black everywhere. Just something I've learned along the way about how I paste. You might be better at it than me, but as far as keeping the colors from mixing, but when I have black, it has to be typically usually the last color. Pull that back. We'll burnish the bell. Oop. We'll do his boots. how many squeegees can we use in one project? A lot. Let's see if I can do this with the mini squeegee. Okay, let's release that boot. My green was drying in the... I thought I lifted that up. The green dried in on my boots a little bit. I don't know what. I'll have to see if I can fix those. Okay. Put all that back in. Oops. Okay, let's see if we can fix these. My boot ruffles kind of, even though I released it, it's still kind of dried in there. Let's see if we can fix them. This may not do any good, but let's try it. And then we'll come in with the black and do the other text, but let me see if that fixed those. Not really. It did on that one. It didn't on the left one. Weird. Weird, weird, weird. Yeah, I'll have to come back in and fix it. The red is kind of doing the same thing. Okay, well, let's do this. We'll get the black letters done. So I'm just going to come in with a little squeegee. It's the same as the minis. It's just cut in half. So we'll do his bell up here. I'll come down here. I don't know what kind of embellishments I'm going to use yet. I may finish those off camera so we can get this other ornament a little bit farther. Okay. How's everybody doing? Okay. Show it to you. See the green So even though I pulled it away, like that boot, and even a little bit of my teal, especially that ruffle. So I'll just have to come back in and fix it. But I think that's super fun. Super cute. Okay, I'm going to go take my transfer over to the sink and just spray it with some water. They're a little easier to clean that way. I'll be right back. Okie doke, I'm back. Try not to let all that paste dry on my transfers, and they're not as hard to clean. Okay, let's get this little guy done. So we have 4 colors. I'm trying to remember what I did the last time. I have one of these at Raised Rustic. It turned out super cute. Hey, Miss Ashley. Okay. So we're going to do it in the similar fashion as the elf made me do it over here. I think we'll do like little 4 quadrants. So which color? Let's definitely do, since turquoise or Couture teal is my favorite color, we'll do the Big Fa in that teal color. It's so much easier to paste when your paste consistency is good. Don't be like me and let your paste get all thick and hard to use. Okay, let's peel that. And this one is slightly distressed, just as it's designed, so it won't be a perfect image. I did miss a spot right there. Okay, so we released that. There's another spot I missed. Okay. Okie doke. So maybe we'll do pink here. Nope, let's do red there, then pink, and then green. So this is Candy Apple. Ashley, how's Emma doing? She recouping? Okay, so let's pull that, release that one. And then we'll do the pink, the raspberry sorbet. Oops. She says she's doing good, just tired and her toes a little sore. Ugh. I hope she heals quickly. Okay, and then we'll add green down here. Let's pull that away. Get them. Got pink in my teal. Let's see if I can cover that up. Over pasted. Wasn't paying attention. Okay, so then we'll lay that back down and we'll add in some green. Some gravity. Ta-da! That's super fun. Okay, let's pick all these up. Yeah, let's put the lids on, and then I'm gonna go put this into my tub of water, or my tub, and spray it with water. I've gotten into the bad habit of letting my transfer sit here while I'm live, and that paste just continues to dry into the silk screens, and it just makes it harder to clean. Ashley says, thanks for asking, and it's so cute. So I've decided, if my water's not right next to me, that I need to just take a few moments and walk it over to my sink. So I will be right back. Okay. We have our ornament, and we have our oversized ornament, I should say, and our little elf sign. I'm going to wash my hands off a bit. I have some of that wax on me, and I don't like the way it makes my hands feel. I've got dust and chalk paste, and I've made a mess. Got a little bit of paste there. I wouldn't worry too much about it, but this one's for an ornament swap, so I want to make sure that it's not sloppy. Okay, so we're going to paint some beads. So I got out the similar colors in acrylic paint, although I'm going to have to make my own lime green. So I need a color tray. And then I probably need a paper plate or two for my other paints. I also got out some white and some of this iridescent medium to maybe add to the white to make it kind of sparkly. So let's make our green. So this one is grass green. It's an artist's acrylic paint. I like to paint my beads with these paints because They have a lot more, they're more opaque than like the chalk paste is. And I just added some titanium white. Kind of feel like Bob Ross. He always used titanium white. It's pretty dang close. Probably not enough, but it's not going to get me very far. It's pretty close, if I do say so myself. Okay, so let's grab. So I just have some bamboo skewers. I'm going to grab about maybe 6 beads. And I like to use these little cardboard packaging that works perfect because I can use the edges. Yeah, I just don't. Jason says it was a really good match, but I don't know if I made enough. So I'm going to do 6 of each color. Benita says I'm a great mixologist. Well, I think tonight I just got lucky because I normally make baby poop brown when I mix paints. Okay, so I guess I don't have to do white, but I can't find all my other containers. I have a ton of these, but I don't know where any. Of course, I don't know where any of them are. I probably put them away in a safe place, thinking I'll remember where these went. I don't remember where they went. I happened to find this one. Let me see. Let me try one more place. Where they're at. If I look under too many things, we'll start an avalanche. So let's use what I have. I'll just paint. I could skip the red, but that's not as fun. I'm trying to think. I mean, I could use this maybe. I'll just use that. It'll wash. Okay, so let's start with the paint we mixed. So I have 6 beads on my skewer. And this is the easiest, unless you're doing a whole bunch of beads, this is about the easiest way I have discovered to paint them. So I try to do as much of this bead going this way. That's some thick paint. Try to get it all smoothed out. And add a little bit of water. Just because it was kind of thick. So I didn't grab the greatest brush either. So I'm going to get all the way to the edge on that side. Yeah, this brush is terrible. And I can kind of spin them as I go. Ugh, I'm not doing a great job. Get all those lumps out. See, and if I want to do this end, I can push it back towards the other way. Okay. Actually, it ended up being a little more green than I wanted, but that's okay. It looked close. I made more than enough. I just think it's an easy way to paint, a little bit of beads, and it's not very messy. So then when I'm going to get the other side, then I'll just push it back up against that other side. Okay, I think that color's about done. So then, just to let them dry, I will space them out just a little bit so they don't stick together. I'll put that paintbrush away. Let's get out pink. This one is light magenta. The only thing I don't like about these paints is if you get too much, it's almost impossible to put it back in. They do have them in jars, but they're a larger quantity, and I just haven't committed to getting the larger jars with the screw tops, the screw lids. Sorry, you're having to watch me paint beads. I may not paint them all live in front of you, but because you kind of get the idea. So is everybody ready for Thanksgiving next week? Anybody doing any traveling? Do you have any favorite foods you like? Is anybody doing non-traditional Thanksgiving? We're still pretty traditional when it comes to Thanksgiving, but at Christmas, when my family has gotten together in the past, it's pretty non-traditional, which is good and kind of fun. It's funny you mentioned that, Miss Ashley. See, she wants to try the cranberry jalapeno dip. I actually made that a couple of years ago for our family Christmas, and I poured it over a block of cream cheese. It was actually really good. I highly recommend it. Sounds yummy. Benita says Sherry is coming to here, and we are all going to your mom's for Thanksgiving. That sounds like fun. Now, does she live? Where does she live? Or does she live out of town? That's all you have to answer. You don't have to answer where she lives. She's not in Salina, correct? Or is she? You don't have to tell me where. Just yes or if she's out of town. Well, anybody who's traveling, safe travels. Ashley says David likes to do all the cooking too. I just do the cleanup. Cleanup's the worst part. Ugh. I don't like the cleanup. 45 minutes south of Hutch. Safe travels. Okay, I've got the pink done, pretty much. Now let's move on to red. This is a really old red. I hope it comes out in one shade. And this is a Liquitex. Doesn't tell me a color. It's red. It's stringy. it's really old, like 2005 probably old. You probably can't see that at all. Get that one wedged in the corner so I can paint it. Is anybody going to See and Sell this Saturday? Or the parade? This color's going quick. And if you all need to hop off, I won't be offended. I'm just going to keep going on this project. I need to get it farther along. Luckily, these beads dry pretty fast. So once I'm done with the last color, I can start stringing pretty quickly. Sherry wants to do See and Sell. Too cold for you to do the parade. Rick may take the grandkids if they want to go. Yeah, we've been spoiled. It's been super warm, and the last couple days it's been a little chilly. The sun was very deceiving today. It looked nice outside, but it was a little bit chilly. It could be worse though, so I'm not going to complain. hopefully Sherry doesn't run into any weather between here and there on her way. We've gotten a lot of snow in that direction here lately. Okay, so there's those. And then put those to the side and we'll get out. This one is called Viridian. These. Try not to paint my bowl too much, although it'll wipe off. I don't know. We're supposed to go to Topeka one of the days. I don't know if we're going Saturday or Sunday. The cemetery where Jason's parents are buried had their annual cleanup a couple of weeks ago, so where they take everything off of all of the headstones and markers. So we're going to go back up so we can decorate them for the holiday season. So I don't think we'll go if we go Saturday to Topeka. Oops. Kind of gloppy, making a mess. Don't forget to sign up for our Santa macrame class on December 7th. It's such a super cute little project. I need to bring it down here. It's $35, and it's kind of our craft uncorked night. So we'll have slushies, adult beverage slushies, charcuterie, and a fun, super cute Santa macrame door hanger. Spin that bead. Oh, it sounds like Mr. Jason might be bringing it down. I heard footsteps. Okay. Yeah. Thanks, dear. Try not to get all my paint in it. Let's move this so that his beard doesn't end up. Do I have any on my fingers? While those paint beads are drying, I will show you our Santa. So here he is in all of his cute little sparkly glory. So he's about, let me measure him first. He is about 13 inches tall and about 12, so about a little over 12 by 12, and then you add his beard. So he ends up being about maybe 18 by the time you add the length, but he's got I put sparklies on his, I don't know if you can see on his hat. Yep, there's a little bit on the ball of his hat and his brim of his hat, and then on his mustache. It's all sparkly. And then some of the yarn that's in his beard is also sparkly. So let me pull up the graphic for that. Let's see. So here's the information. So it'll be on December 7th from 6 to 8 p.m. It's also the Sawyer Brown concert downtown, so it's going to be busy, but it's $35. We have 6 spots available, and you need to purchase your ticket, and that is also how you RSVP. Do that by December 1st. And there is an event on Facebook that has the Square link to pay. So there's that information. So there he is again. He's so cute. And he was my first official project on my laser. I don't know where to put him. I'll just put him up here. Take those things down. So I was pretty excited to get him cut. He has a few boo-boos. This one has a few boo-boos, but otherwise I didn't boo-boo too much except a few things, but we'll get that worked out with the next 6 that I get to cut. Okie doke. Now let's hope that those dried. So we'll grab our ornament. We'll grab some twine. Bonita says he's adorable. I think he turned out super cute. I'm surprised no one signed up yet, but cross your fingers. Okay. So I've got some of this jute twine. Thanks, Miss Bonita. She says he's adorable. So I'm just going to double it up. I don't want it too long because it is kind of an ornament. It's not technically like a bead garland or anything. That's probably good. But I also want enough room to hang all of my beads that I painted. So I just have some fairly thin jute because I need it thin enough that my beads can go through. I wonder if I could put a jingle bell on here just to kind of help cover up that big old hole. I think I almost need 2. You'll see if I have another one. It looks kind of odd with just one. One of these days, I'm going to be walking around my craft room trying to find something during a live, and I'm gonna trip and fall over crap. It's not going to be pretty on live TV. So let's fish this one through. That was probably not the best way to do that. Good in theory. In practicality, not so much. I'll add those at the end. Okay, so we'll save those to the end. So now I need a twisty tie. So I like to use a twisty tie kind of as a needle. So I'll just put my twine through, and then I kind of crimp the twisty tie down. These are pretty much dry. That feels fun and festive together. Yep. Okay, and then we're going to add in just 6 plain ones. Okay. So then we'll just create kind of a pattern. Sorry, you can't see any of that. Make sure I'm over my mat. I just want to try to avoid red and green together. So I'm just going to fish these on there, and the twisty tie makes it so much easier. Kind of acts as my needle. Ooh, I missed a lot of that one. Oopsie. So my thought is that, yes, it's kind of a beaded tag, but you can kind of just drape it over one of the Christmas tree branches, boughs. Another one I missed. We may not use all of these. Like, that's probably a pretty good length. Although I'm symmetrical, so I think, oh, okay, where do I need to repeat? So we're going to rewind. So we're going to go backwards. Just, I'm symmetrical, so if I started with the green and it's going to be wrapped around, it needs to end with the green. I'm weird like that. Actually. I think we'll just literally go backwards. I don't know if I need to double up my, yep. So we're going to double up on the plain, and then we'll literally just go in reverse. Here's hoping I have enough twine. Oh yeah, I do. I'm pretty sure I do. Okay, so we'll do plain. Sorry, you probably haven't been able to see any of that. I need to make sure I stay on my mat. pink and the green. Okay. My asymmetry is satisfied. So I'm just going to tie, not tight, I want a little bit of slack just so it can bend easier. It's not so stiff. So I'm just going to tie a knot right there. And then I think I'm just going to use some of this. I want to tie it around. I think I'm just going to use the sanding block. And I'm just going to wrap it around quite a few times. And that's probably good. We'll do a few more times. Okay. I'm going to cut that. And then I'm going to take that off. And then we'll tie this to my tassel. Roughly. Oops. So I'm going to tie at least a double knot. And then we'll cut this end. And then we're going to pull all this down. And then we're going to take another strand. Oops. And that's not going to be enough. To find my end. Just get another. I'm going to cut another strand. And then I learned it's called, I don't remember if it's called a gathering knot. It's what they use in macrame to do tassels. So I'm going to make a loop in this twine. And then I'm going to put my loop to where it's pointing down. And this other piece is pointing up. You see this little piece right there? So then I'm going to take this. Actually, we're going to move it up some. Then I'm going to use this piece and I'm going to wrap it around my tassel to make the neck. And then I'm going to take the tail that I just wrapped around, which is in between my fingers here. I'm going to put it through that loop. And then I'm going to pull this tail up here, and my loop has now gone under. Where'd my... There it is. So this is what's left of my loop. So it's now going to go under that neck. And so both pieces are under, and I don't need to tie a knot. So now I can just cut those pieces bluntly against the neck and kind of stuff those ends in. And then I don't have, then you can't see a knot. So I don't have, there's no knot there now. So it's all underneath that. And so we'll just kind of leave that. If it's too long, you can cut it off. But then that's going to be our ornaments. And I'm going to add a couple of bells to kind of hide this big old hole. Maybe. Does one look dumb? I could hot glue one on there. They just don't sit well as two. Bell, no bell, leave the hole. I don't know what to do. That's my ornament. And then I'll figure out how to embellish this guy. So but I will do that off camera. So let me show you. Here is our elf sign. And I'll add some embellishing over here. Maybe with something hanging down. I could use the rest of these beads and make a little beaded tassel here. Benita says I need to make a reel of how to do that so you can save it. Many times you've needed to be able to do that. Well, I will try to remember to do that. Good idea. And Ashley says yes, Belle. Does one bell? I've just watched a lot of macrame. I'd love to start doing like little macrame keychains or bookmarks. So does one bell look okay? So here's my little, do you think that'll pass as an ornament? It's kind of an oversized ornament tag. Wow, too many comments. Ashley said yes, Belle. Jason says love the colors of this project. Ashley says so cute. Thank you. Bonita says yes, find a way to use those beads on the board. I will do that. But Belle, yes, no, one bell, no bell. Add a bow there. I don't quite know how to finish it. Leave it. Does the hole make a big difference? Ashley says she loves the colors together. Bonita says one bell is perfect. I think I'll just, I'll probably tie it on there. But yeah, I'll do that off camera though, but I think that'll pass as a jumbo. Or you think they'll know they can just drape it over one of the branches? I hope so. That's what I came up with. Okie doke. Thanks everybody for your kind words and your assistance, and thanks for hanging out with me. I gotta find my mouse. Anything else? Also, I want to remind you about the color of the month. When I checked earlier, it was still available. It is a neon orange color, and this month it comes with a coordinating squeegee. So it's kind of reminiscent of the neon orange Post-it notes. Also, I encourage you, if your wish list is way bigger than your wallet, consider becoming a Perks member. Enrollment this month is just $10, and you get $20 back in product credit to use within that month. Normally it's $20 a month, and then you get 30% off of products all of the time. So it's a great way to save a little bit of cash, because who doesn't want to save a little bit of cash these days? So I just wanted to remind you of that. Bonita says put a note with the tag, something like I made to drape over a tree branch on your tree. Smart thinking. I will do that. Okie doke. I'm going to sign off for the evening. I hope to be live at least once. I want to use the resting Grinch face transfer and ink a t-shirt. So that's on my list of things to do. So I hope to get that done this weekend. As always, thanks so much for hanging out with me. Thanks for your support. Thanks for all of your suggestions. I hope you have a great rest of your week, and I will see you later. Thanks for watching.